Hey Sag, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is your reading for the rest of July 2019, including the lunar eclipse in Capricorn. So, right out the gate, we had one card come out for you here, the Architect of Branches, followed by these four in a stack, which kind of have their own storyline. So, I'm going to start right away with showing you this card here. Eyes peering out from underneath of this stack of branches that are on fire. And I don't know if you can see this, but the whole thing is situated on what looks like a swirling you can't really see it, but it's sort of like there's circular movement around the base. And the image I get with this is you, I got the image of a, do you know what I mean? One of those accordion fans to fan a flame being pumped. And I heard, okay? That's what I heard. And the feeling is that this person, you, I think, inside of that bonfire is sort of like pumping themselves up. There's a feeling of like pumping yourself up, and it's blowing a lot of smoke. But you're doing that on purpose, I want to say. You're gearing up. You're gearing up for something. And with the like circular thing happening underneath, I imagined you almost like running in place, almost like a cartoon character, running really, really fast in place like the Roadrunner, generating all this heat, generating all this smoke, and then you're just gonna like spiral straight up into the air. Very specific. Kate, moving on. Hopefully that will become clear as we move forward here. But something's revving. Something's revving. Heat. Revving. It's the King of Wands in the traditional tarot, which is decisive action. A person that can take action on their own power and inhabit their power out in the world and blaze a trail for themselves. Boldly go in a new direction. Okay, interesting. Now I want to talk about this that came out that feels a little bit separate, but I'm sure it's related somehow. We have the Five of Cups, Five of Vessels, and the Six of Swords. So first of all, we have eyes again. See those three eyes? They're crying all over these plants, and it's killing some of the plants. They're being overwatered, and they are wilting as a result. But it is offering nourishment to these plants here, which are growing. So we got 3 plants that are dying, 3 plants that are growing. And I can't help but notice the red in this reading. This deck, the Slow Holler deck, is all black, gold, white, and red for the most part. But the red pops in this particular spread so far feel really significant for you, Sag, and I'm feeling your fire. I'm feeling your fire here. The Six of Swords has energy of let's get in the car and go. I almost feel like breaking out. We're busting out of this joint. That's what I felt. We're busting out of this joint. We're getting out of here. We're going on a road trip maybe, or this. And again, this might be all metaphorical. I'm not sure yet. But the swords, you know, typically the Six of Swords is moving from rough waters to calmer waters, moving from something being really emotionally taxing and difficult, and then someone rows you to safer seas. And here we have the sword. It's like this hand is coming down and pointing the swords to these two plants here, which are also in red pots. It's like red sky, red pots. There's something about the red. There's something about this fire. It's like the red flame is what we're trying to get at. You know, we're like, we're trying to fan this flame, building a lot of smoke in the process. But what we're really trying to go for is the flame. We're really trying to go for the heat, not all the smoke. Because the heat is the generating force. It's the life force. And something's pointing to these two cups. So in the Five of Cups, it's like, it's a card of grief. You're grieving over something that has died, but there's two things that are still very much alive and that are in fact being nourished by your grief. And once your grief is completed, you can take those two, you know, those two plants that are now freshly grown from all the rain, from all the tears, and I think take them to safer waters here. Take them to safer, calmer lands. And it's interesting too because I'll show you these three cards together if I can. We got the swords pointing to those two plants in a red pot, in red pots, and I almost felt like it was someone coming in and saying, those, grab those, let's get in the car, let's go. Those are viable. Those are things we need. Those are things that are going to sustain us. Those are the life force. That's a good thing. Grab it. Let's go. Sometimes this can be the Two of Cups. So it could be like a relationship. Maybe one relationship has ended, but there's actually another one that's still good here. There's something that's ended, but there's something salvageable. And there's a sword of knowledge of truth coming in going, grab that. Grab it while the getting's good. And let's get out of here. Let's go to safety. And then I had the same feeling here with the Knight, the Traveler of Vessels. Again, we have this travel energy with the Six of Swords and the Traveler. This is a person on horseback with a fish bowl riding through the clouds. It's almost like, come on, grab the fish, let's go. Come on, grab these two cups that are full and given life, and let's get out of Dodge. The Traveler of Vessels is a card of sharing your heart. You can see it's like this person's carrying their heart in the form of this fishbowl. Again, the pop of red in the card. And they're traveling to somewhere. They're traveling somewhere with their heart, ready to offer their heart. So I'm seeing some sort of ending here with the Five of Cups, but then that ending is showing you what will grow through that ending. Like what was supposed to die was supposed to go. And what's left is what you take with you and you make a getaway. And it kind of feels, the energy feels like a quick getaway for some reason. I keep feeling, grab it, let's go. We gotta go. Get in. Get out of Dodge. Busting out of this joint. Like all of those phrases are in my head. And then we have this Traveler of Vessels galloping over to the Oracle here. Now, come on. We got a full moon eclipse in Capricorn. I mean, here it is, showing up on the spread for you. And again with the flames. See the flames? It's a person rising up out of the flames with this red sash. And they, you know, the thing about the Oracle is, it's like the Oracle inside of you. The being inside of you that knows the truth. Your very spirit. the essence of you that is in spirit, that knows, that has this intuitive connection. So, you know, the oracle is also known as the priestess. The priestess is showing up for you. The oracle is showing up for you to tell you that you are the oracle. It's almost like these energies are flanking this getaway after some rough seas and some grieving. It's like leaving something behind and taking what you can salvage and getting out while the getting's good, flanked by your deep intuitive knowing that I think is going to come to the surface here at this full moon eclipse. And this like generating sense of like generating heat, ready to go, ready to escape, ready to do something new. I mean, that's very Sagittarius energy. Let's see what else comes out here. Okay. 8 of Knives reversed. This is a person holding their blindfold on real tight with knives kind of all around them, keeping them still here. If they move an inch, they're going to get cut. It's in reverse, so I think you're coming out of this. And it's coming out right under this Architect of Branches. I think maybe like you're getting ready to make a move. That's what it feels like. You're getting ready to make a move. Get out of this like self-imposed prison. Okay, interesting. The Hermit in reverse. I think you've been in hermit mode with under this 5 of Cups because I think you have been grieving something. You've been in hermit mode. You've been, you know, this figure here just really touching base with yourself, really getting back to you and your truth, going within, sitting in stillness. I'm seeing like stillness here. But you're using that stillness wisely, getting ready to rev to go. Okay, you're getting ready to go. Let's see if we can figure out where you're going. Ah! The Moon. Another intensely intuitive card. My friend, you are being asked to drop into your deep intuitive knowing here. I think that for some of you, this has been a real nasty situation and you are like escaping in the nick of time with just your 2 plants, just your your fish. And escaping, it's almost like you're escaping in the cover of night. It's very secret here with the Moon and the Oracle. This feels like a secret getaway. Yeah. I think somebody's going off on their own. We have this 9 of Stones here, this earth energy. We see the goat on top of this little mound of stones that it has built with grapes in its mouth. This is a card of independence, of shining in the light of your own confidence. This is solo energy. The 5 of Vessels can be a card of grieving. So perhaps someone is grieving a relationship and taking what's left of their heart and getting right out of Dodge, escaping this trap. You know, it's like you've had to really rev up to be able to do this, but you're getting out of here. And I think you're doing it under the cover of darkness, and it's going to land you in a better place. One that is like solid. You may have lost quite a bit here, but you didn't lose everything. You still have your heart. You still have your heart intact. You still have your deep intuitive knowing. And you knew that you had to go when you had to go. And I think you're going to take the chance if you haven't already. It's like when your intuition tells you to go, you go. We got to get you out of a nasty situation here. That you are very much kind of like keeping yourself in to an extent. Two of Cups. All right, here we have two people facing one another. The masks, layers and layers of masks coming off. See that? Pouring their guts into this pool together. It's coming out in unity. Interesting, Sag. Whoever this is resonating with, I think once you get out on your own, you escape this situation. You go to smoother waters after some grief. You escape with your heart, you hermit, you put yourself back together kind of, and you come out on top, feeling good, feeling solo. And I think maybe that attracts the attention of someone else, and you have a potential to partner. But I'm being drawn to the look on this person's face over here. See that? They seem suspicious. They seem scared. They seem like, are you going to hurt me? Are you who you say you are? Can I believe you? And that came out with the 7 of branches here. This is like rigidity. This is like protecting yourself. You know, you can see the cage here and the teeth and the bone and the wood. This is like wood element energy, just like self-protection, rigid and not moving. Part of me feels like you're wounded from whatever grief you've been through, and you finally get to calmer waters, and then there's potential, and you finally like get good on your own, and then there's this potential for partnership, and you're scared. You're like, no, closed off to it, caged off. So this could be romantic. I'm really feeling the emotion here for a lot of you, but it could be a job. It could be that like something doesn't work out and you end up grieving. You end up like having to grieve for something that you've really been trying to build. And then, you know, it's like almost like you take your box and you put the things in your desk and you go. You take what you have, which is the fishbowl or the 2 cups here, and you get in your car and you move to, you're off to smoother waters. You're off to a different adventure based on what your gut tells you to do. Because with this architect of branches, you're thirsting for it. You're thirsting for adventure one way or the other. Like you need to feel your fire satiated. Quenched. But I'm not sure you really know where to go, or you know like where you're going. There's just a lot of confusion right now. A lot of things are in the dark. So again, if this is more career for you, you're taking what you have and you're going elsewhere, but I don't see that you totally know where you're going, and that feels pretty scary. I think you might like have to hermit for a while. You might feel trapped. You're not. That's just like your own limit, the ways that you limit yourself. And I think you kind of hermit to really understand that that's what's stopping you. And then maybe you end up like going and doing your own thing like an entrepreneur, starting your own business or being your own boss in some way. Like it's like independent solo on top of your pentacles energy here with the 9 of stones. And then an opportunity to collaborate comes up. Like a real union. Something comes together after all this confusion, and once you get yourself back on solid ground in you and doing your thing and doing what you do naturally, it's like something comes your way that is an opportunity to unite with someone else in a really authentic way here. Very nourishing for both parties. And again, I think you're a little scared because maybe you've had to change careers and you thought you were good on your own, and now you're like a little scared to get back in bed with somebody, so to speak. So you're a little on the defensive, defending your solo position. Okay, so however this resonates for you, Sag, we've got 2 tracks emerging here. Track 1 being romance, track 2 being more career related. So we're going to take this into the extended and pull some clarifiers here with the Dark Exact deck. Get some clarity on this, see if we can get some more specific storylines to come out, and then pull some major arcana guidance and oracle guidance as well. If you are interested in diving into this further, if it feels like it's really speaking to your situation, you can go to the description below and follow the link over to Patreon, where you can see the options for viewing the extended videos. If not, if we part ways here, thank you so much for joining me, and good luck this lunar eclipse. Take care of yourself, and if this video resonated with you, please do click like. Please leave me a comment. Let me know that it resonated. I really want to engage with y'all and hear what's going on for you. And if you haven't clicked subscribe, please do, so that we can stay connected moving forward into the summer. All right, y'all. Take care.